In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to change your gradebook settings in the D2L Brightspace Learning Management System, as well as how to add gradebook categories for Dropbox and quizzes as well. So the first step is you're going to go over to grades, and if we wanted to change our gradebook settings, we would go up to this settings tab in the top right, and it'll automatically take us to this personal display options tab. There are three tabs in the gradebook settings section that you can edit and change all sorts of different things for students to see, as well as for instructors to actually grade assignments. One of the big things is making sure on the start page it goes to manage grades. It's the default area. There's this middle tab for organization unit display options. For example, a number of decimal places to be displayed for students, a number of characters to display. And then finally, the calculation options is if you did have a weighted class or something other than points, you could check that. So a weighted grading system would be this top spot, or a formula grading system is down below the point scale. And then what you want to be released to students is also down there, the final grade released and how it's calculated there. So now I'm going to show you how to actually get these three assignments into another week. So for example, in an earlier video, I showed you how to add like a discussion under the week 1 category. Now I'm going to show you how to create the Dropbox and the quiz. So you're going to have to go to assessment, and let's start with the Dropbox first. So since I've already created the week 1 Dropbox, I want to create a week number 2 Dropbox for assignments. So I'll click New Folder. And like I said, this is going to be week number 2 Dropbox. You can add a due date in there, so let's give it the same due date as the other one. And ungraded, I want this out of 10 points. Now I can add a description or instructions down there if I want to. I can even add a rubric over here, but I'm going to just edit or link it to an existing spot in the gradebook since I've already got it all set up. I want to create and link to a new grade item, yes, but I want to choose the grade category. Now I want this to go in week number 2 because it's a week number 2 assignment. So I'll choose week 2 and then I'll click OK. And when I click Save and Close, it'll automatically go into that week 2 category with this week 2 Dropbox. So there it is, it's saved successfully. Now I'm going to go in and add a quiz for that week number 2. So I'll click Assessment again, Quizzes and Exams. Once again, you'll see this one that I created earlier, but I'm going to create week number 2 quiz now. So change my title, week number 2 quiz. Due date, I'll make it maybe April 2nd. Now, for whatever reason, this one doesn't link to the gradebook automatically. So I'm going to change this and edit or link to existing. Now, I do want to create and link to a new grade item, but my category, once again, I want to be week 2 since it's, the week 2 quiz. I'll click OK. And I can't have a score of 0, so I want it to be a 5-point quiz. Now, I have several different options here on the right to change several different things with the quiz. I'm not going to worry too much about it for now. If I wanted to add questions, I could do that down here. But since I'm just showing you how to create the category, I'm going to make sure this is on, though, so students can see it. And I'll click Save and Close. Then, there it is. If I go back to the Grades tab, I already had week 1 filled in, and now I have week 2 filled in there with the Dropbox and the quizzes option in there. So I'll show you what it looks like as a student as well. So from a student's perspective, I'm impersonating a demo student up here in the top. If I were to go over to grades, now I'm able to see all these different options for the first 2 weeks. I've got the discussion, Dropbox, and quiz. the discussion Dropbox and quiz that I just recently created.